we would love for everyone who is even a little bit interested to put a float in the parade, because this is not New Orleans Mardi Gras. This is Olive Branch Mardi Gras, and we just are having fun. And we have Girl Scouts that are in it. We have a class of 1978 from Olive Branch who love to party and love to be in parade.
That's my class. Each day at Wesley Meadows is a new opportunity to serve older adults and reimagine retirement living. It is the heart of their mission that inspires their team to provide the kind of fun atmosphere and care residents would want for themselves. Experience the warm spirit and faith-based difference of Wesley Meadows. Call 662-429-2070 and schedule your visit today. Hello and welcome to The Real Hernando, presented to you by Wesley Meadows Retirement Community and produced by SRP Studios, podcast-powered branding for business growth. This podcast spotlights Hernando's organizations, ministries, and community leaders by sharing their stories and what led them to serve the community. You can follow us at therealhernando.com for all of our channels and social media platforms. As we try to grow regionally, we're going to be spotlighting more DeSoto-based organizations. And today we are spotlighting the Olive Twig Today we are spotlighting the Olive Twig Humanitarian Group. Easy for me to say. Their mission is to perform charitable services to the Olive Branch area. They strive to enhance the lives of children and families in our community. For more information, please follow them on Facebook at Olive Twig HG. Joining me today, we have President Leigh Ellen Doddridge.
That's correct. How are you?
Good. Good to meet you, Leigh Ellen. Tongue-tied here today. And Vice President Kim Allen.
Hello.
Hello. So thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
You. Kim, thanks for going back and forth with me to get this booked, and then Leanne is joining us. So no, Leigh Ellen.
That's okay.
I'm going to do that 5 more times.
That's okay. You can do it as much as you need to.
And you all are nervous about this and everything. Trust me, I'm the one that screws up the most. It's just brutal. But we're here to have fun as well. We're keep it genuine and organic. So awesome. Let's talk about the Olive Twig Humanitarian Group and also your big Mardi Gras Parade coming up in February. So introduce yourselves and tell us a little more about your organization.
I'm Leigh Ellen Doddridge. I've been a member of the Olive Twig Humanitarian Group for about 4 years. Grew up in Olive Branch, left to go to college, came back to Olive Branch. So wanted to give a little of myself back to my community. And what better way than helping children and raising money for our local schools. So,
Okay. And how about you?
I'm Kim Allen. I moved to Olive Branch in 2010, and I joined the Twigs in 2017. It was just, it's a great ladies organization, and then just wanted an opportunity to get involved and give back to our community.
So what are some of the specific things that you give back? You mentioned schools. What are some other things that are receiving your generosity, and how does it work? How does it happen as far as the connection?
Okay. Well, first, just kind of where the Twigs came from.
Sure.
They've actually been in Olive Branch since 1948.
Okay.
It was a group of ladies. I believe it was their bridge club. And they wanted to just give back to the community that they lived in and loved. And they were just the Olive Twigs at that time. And over the years, the group kind of split off into a few different groups, actually 4 different groups. And the last one was the Olive Twig Humanitarian Group, and it started in 1982. Their primary way of raising funds was through the Miss Olive Branch pageant. And they continued to do that from 82 to 2016. And now the Chamber of Commerce in Olive Branch handles it. But the Twigs' goal has always been to give scholarships each year. We also just do a lot of just small different things, from adopt a family at Christmas time. And we work with the counselors at the schools in Olive Branch. And tell them more about what we all do there.
Kim and I have gone in and met with the counselors each year, and we have a good relationship with them. We've done everything from providing backpacks and school supplies to children at Olive Branch Elementary. Then we've provided food for food insecurities during the weekend, backpacks that go home with these children.
Because they're being fed at school.
They're being fed at
Yeah.
school.
That was a big deal during COVID, wasn't it?
Yes, they're being
Yeah.
fed at school. So, but on the weekends,
Yeah.
sometimes
Mm-hmm.
need a little extra help. So we've provided those kind of services, food for the counselors and backpacks, and that's totally anonymous to us. The counselors handle it. We just say, "Here's your stuff
Sure.
to provide this for
Sure.
these children."
And it's smart to talk to the counselors.
Yes.
Yes.
They're on the front lines. aren't
And that building that relationship allows
Mhm.
them to contact us for just about whatever need they have for these children.
I know my daughter's counselor in middle school was a godsend.
Oh, they
Angel.
yes.
13-year-old girls,
Yeah.
boys too, but
Yeah.
high emotions,
Right.
some serious drama going
Yeah.
on in middle school.
Yes.
And her counselor was more than, hey, maybe you should take this class next semester.
Right.
It was therapy.
Relationship.
She was her therapist
Yes.
in many ways. And I don't want to mention names, but
Right.
this counselor was known for that. All the kids loved her
Yes.
and still love her. And so she's getting all these stories.
Right.
The principal's not going to get that. Teachers
Yeah.
aren't going to get
Yeah.
that.
Mm-mm.
So what kind of stories do you get? What are some of these kids struggling with? I know you mentioned all the clothes and the backpacks and
Right.
everything, but how prevalent is it in Olive Branch?
You would think that it's not as prevalent as it
Yeah.
is.
Because it happens here in Hernando too. I'm not picking on Olive
Yeah.
Branch.
No.
But-
And yes, and especially in the community that our schools serve right there in Olive Branch.
Yeah.
There is a huge need. I mean, we've provided clothes, tennis shoes, socks, just the necessities.
Mhm.
Yeah. And how to
Washing powder,
Yeah.
deodorant.
essentials,
those-
toothpaste.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
toothpaste. We've done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We've done, all of the above.
Is it because of? Well, I mean, it's obvious. There's an income issue with
Right.
that, obviously, right?
Right.
Would it be from broken homes too? Kids that have absentee parents. What are some of the reasons do you see the kids need so much help?
Honestly, we're not the counselors,
Yeah,
give
that-
us these
Yeah.
names and they know more about that. But I just don't think anywhere we are immune to any
No.
situation. I think it's all of that. Broken homes,
Yeah.
income, all of
And
that.
especially coming out of COVID, just so
Mhm.
many things
Mhm.
changed.
Mhm.
Work, just what was available to do.
Mhm.
So that was really big during COVID to be able to connect with them to help with those needs.
Do you help outside of children?
Our main focus is children.
Children,
Mhm.
children,
Children
in
and
schools.
families.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you'll help the family too,
Right.
Yeah. So obviously you're getting the backpacks and helping the kids, but you give aid to the parents too. So
For
if you're
example,
donating food, you're trying to fill their pantry, right?
For example, Christmas, we had young children that were in the elementary schools, but we also had 2 that were in college, but we still provided for those children
Mhm.
because, yes.
Yeah.
So families.
Families. Well, that's
Mhm.
great work. Let's talk about raising money.
Yeah,
All right. And you have a big fundraiser coming up.
we do.
We're
Second-
excited.
It's the second annual Mardi Gras Parade presented by Olive Twig Humanitarian Group on February 10th, 1 p.m., Old Towne Olive Branch.
Yes.
Live music and food trucks. Anyone that's watching, this is the flyer or the banner. Check that out. That looks beautiful. So let's talk about it. Your title sponsor is North Central. They do a lot of good stuff.
Yep. Yes.
They're big with the Career Technical School.
Yes.
And for more information, again, you can email them at olivetwighumanitarian@gmail.com. All right, second annual. So this is relatively new.
It is.
How did this idea come up and get started?
So, we said we did the Miss Olive Branch pageant for years. And just as the group had kind of gotten a little bit smaller, just not enough hands to do it. So we went a few years where we just did some smaller things. And I guess it was April of 2022.
Mhm.
Leigh Ellen and I met for lunch and wanted to just brainstorm, like, what can we do to raise funds, plug into the community, and, just to give back? Like, how can we raise money so we can do more? And Leigh Ellen loves New Orleans. I do too, but she definitely loves
We
it.
love New Orleans. And I
Yes.
said, we need to bring Mardi Gras to North Mississippi. There's not many parades
No.
that I know of. So we need to do this.
Not like a Mardi Gras.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was all in.
Yeah.
So I emailed City Hall because I figured if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke with Ken Adams, our mayor in Olive Branch, and he was on board. And then we just kind of ran with
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Our first one was last February the 18th
Mhm.
or earlier this year. And we had about 10 entries, I believe.
Yes, floats.
but-
And floats, yeah.
You know, it was kind of new, which that was good for us, what we could handle
Mhm.
while we kind of learned how this was all going to work. We did have the live music and the food trucks, but the community that came out to support it. The city estimated we had between 1,500 to 2,000 people
Wow.
come to the event. So be able to have an event that raises funds through our sponsorships and through parade entries, but to have that many people come out of all ages, it's something that everybody can enjoy
A
for
community
the community.
event.
Yeah, it was just,
Yeah.
it was great. The weather in February was perfect. It was just a beautiful, wonderful day.
Just like the February we're fixing to have.
We hope we can get
We've
past
been
this cold
watching the
weather.
weather, yeah.
Yes, we pray for good weather for February the 10th
Yeah.
every single day.
So what's the route, the actual route for the floats?
So we will be lining up at Olive Branch Middle School
Okay.
behind the school, and then we will come out onto Pigeon Roost.
Okay.
We'll take Pigeon Roost all the way through Old Towne to Kerr Street, which is just right before you would get to 305.
Okay.
So we're going to take a right on Kerr Street. Then you'll take another right onto Old 78, and then we'll come all the way down Old 78 until you get to Highland Street, which
Okay.
is what runs between City Hall and the courthouse.
So it just cuts right through the little square.
Yes,
Yeah.
mhm. It's just a perfect little Old Town loop, and then we'll come back down Pigeon Roost back to the school.
I used to live in Olive Branch
Did you?
Okay.
Yeah.
on Hacks Cross.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
the Skate Odyssey,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
the apartments behind
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like Olive Branch. My
It-
laundromat I used to go to is right there.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, on
We-
Old
we
78.
Past the laundromat.
Yes, we do.
So what were the floats like that first year?
We had some people that just went all out.
Obviously, it needs
Yeah.
to be Louisiana,
Yeah,
Mardi
we want
Gras.
Mardi Gras
themed.
theme is all we ask, that it's family friendly.
Yeah, no
You
beads.
know, we have a lot of
right?
rules.
Oh, we throw beads. They throw
Yeah.
beads.
They throw beads, you throw candy.
Yes.
Different reasons.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Like, again, very family
of
friendly.
course.
It's 1 PM. So,
Do they allow you to throw candy?
yes.
That's a big deal down here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our
For our
only
Christmas
thing,
parade, that's a big hot topic.
Right.
Is the throwing of the candy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of the traffic.
Right.
Yeah.
They allow candy beads, and one float last year threw moon pies because that's a big thing in Mardi Gras in New Orleans to throw moon pies. So,
Man, that could knock someone out.
well, I think they were the mini.
Small.
they were the mini. moon
Not the
pies.
big moon
They're not
pies.
throwing them that hard.
But the floats were really creative.
They were, and it sounds like this year there's a lot of them that are stepping it up,
Uh-huh.
and they're just there. We have a few that did it last year that are going even bigger this year, and as of right now, we've got close to 20 entries for the next one, and that was
Cool.
definitely a goal, was to double, and we have.
You
Yes.
did it.
So
We did it.
are really.
Yes.
That's why we had to move from last year. We lined up at the courthouse,
Yes.
and we just fit in that parking lot. So we had to move where we lined up
Mhm.
so we'd have space for everybody.
Do you have, well, I want to talk about the music you mentioned,
Yeah.
but do you get the school bands involved?
We've sent them
We've
information.
reached out. A lot of them have winter guard and things already lined up.
Mhm.
But
So
man, if
I
We'd
mean,
love
they
to
could, if
have
they could learn some of
them.
that
I know.
New
yes.
Orleans
Yes.
jazz.
We've reached out for the past 2 years, and hopefully they're going to get on board with it. But yeah,
So the live music you got, how did that work, and what was the band?
I just went to Facebook
Yeah.
and looked for a second lined band. And in Memphis, believe it or not, there is an 8-member second line band who plays nothing but Louisiana, New Orleans, Mardi Gras music.
I've never heard that term, second line
Line.
band.
Yes,
So
that's that little dance they do on
Okay.
Bourbon Street
umbrellas.
with the umbrellas
Yeah.
and
You
the
found a band in
yes,
town that
and they are amazing.
They were wonderful.
wow,
They do this around.
that's very niche.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
do.
yes,
they do this
very.
around Memphis and the surrounding areas. They do things in the summer. They do parades at Mardi Gras. So we have them booked again this year.
Very cool.
Yes,
And,
and
what's
they-
their name again?
Memphis Second Line Band.
Oh,
and they will
spells it out for
yes.
you.
and they march and in the parade and they play when the Saints go marching in and all those great
So they have
New Orleans-
horns,
horns,
the
drums,
walking
yes,
kick drum.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
They are really good.
Yeah, that must be a highlight.
Yes.
It was, last year after they finished the parade, they kind of came back to the main part of Old Town.
And they play there.
Everybody gathered around. It was so much fun.
Much like the Christmas parade, at least what we have, some of the sponsors can have their vehicles driving through as part of the parade. Do you have that as well?
We require floats. We do allow vehicles for, let's say, the National Guard.
Gotcha. So you do have some military involved?
Yes, we have the National Guard, and then our local Olive Branch police force is going to have a few side-by-sides and segways in there.
Mm-hmm.
The DeSoto County Sheriff's Department is going to have Gilly, their dog, their search dog, and they're going to have the boats, search and rescue boats in it. So those kind of vehicles we allow, but like car, clubs and stuff we don't have. Just because we want it to.
You want it floats.
Yeah,
we want
and we limit walking groups to bands and military.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So,
that's a good balance.
Right.
Yeah. So as we start talking about how people can get involved and help, let's talk about the floats and how people can sign up and apply to bring a float in.
Yes, we would love for everyone who is even a little bit interested to put a float in the parade, because this is not New Orleans Mardi Gras. This is Olive Branch Mardi Gras, and we just are having fun. And we have Girl Scouts that are in it. We have a class of 1978 from Olive Branch who love to party and love to be in parade.
That's my class.
Yeah,
look at that.
So they're in this parade again. They were in it last year. Had a good time. It was great seeing them. I think they enjoyed getting together, because that's one thing you don't do is classes, as time goes on.
5M Services, your comfort specialists. We offer heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service. Call us for any of your HVAC needs. 662-560-7331. We are here for you 24/7.
Do you have boundaries on size of float?
Not at this point.
Until someone comes in with an 18-wheeler size trailer.
Last
year we had two-tier floats.
And I think we're going to have more this year.
Yes.
I've been told there's a very good possibility some people that were in it last year have already purchased the 2-tiered.
Yes.
And they're actually standing on level 2?
Yes.
That is next level.
Yeah.
That is next level.
Yeah.
Because that is real construction.
Right.
Yes. The Haslip family, who have been in Olive Branch forever, they really supported us last year and put in an amazing float. And they are already going to step it up this year with a two-level float, and have got their beads ordered already. So it's a lot of fun.
Now, in terms of sponsors, by the time this publishes, obviously the parade is right around the corner. So you're good, I would gather, sponsorship-wise, by the time this publishes. But for next year,
yes,
how can businesses get involved?
The main thing, just emailing us or sending us a message on Facebook, and then we've got our sponsorship levels. They're anywhere from $100 to $4,000. Our title sponsor, or we have the Friends of the Twigs that, like, they all go $100.
What? So obviously the title, we all get it. The names everywhere.
Sure,
they're representing. But the lower levels, what? So that $100 one, what?
That'll still get you the corrugated plastic, yard signs, and it will have those around on the parade route.
Oh,
so you'll still get sign recognition on the parade route
for $100.
Yes.
Yeah, that's affordable.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. And that's it. Those 2 tiers, the title.
Well, no. So we'll have Friends of the Twigs for $100. We have a friend purple sponsor. It's $500. We have a friend level for a gold sponsor of $1,000. Band sponsor is $1,500, and then we have the judge staging sponsor, which is $2,500. And of course, the title sponsor is the $4,000.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you want to spotlight some of your other sponsors?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd love to. Right now, I know we have, of course, North Central is our title sponsor.
And they were last year.
And they were last year.
Awesome.
Cadence Bank is sponsoring this year. The Mid-South Fair, that they sponsored us last year, and they're also joining in this year. I'm trying to remember. I got handed some stuff the other.
Yes.
That's why I didn't want to put you on the spot. We don't want to forget anybody.
But I know we have those, and we are just so appreciative because all that money just goes to our scholarships and giving back and being able to put on this parade for the community.
So let's talk scholarships. That's
Absolutely.
a great segue there. So what do those work? How many do you give out? What's the application process looking like? What kind of model student are you looking for? Let's talk more about the scholarships. So
right now we have 2 $1,000 scholarships, and we are looking to grow that. Each year as we raise more funds. Last year we were able to add the additional $1,000 scholarship, and we hope to hopefully grow that.
And we also have endowed scholarships at Northwest
Yes.
Community College that we have 2 of those.
And what's that mean, endowed?
They were there forever. Once we gave the initial funding before either of us were members, we set those up. So each year 2 students get $1,000.
Okay.
And one recommendation is that they're an Olive Branch resident, and one of them was interest in children, like a major that involves children. But pretty much other than that, just good students who work hard.
That is a good idea, though, considering what y'all are raising money for.
Yes.
If you can elevate a child or a kid that wants to get into that field, that would make sense.
And one success that I think we got last year, a thank you note from one of the students who got one of the Northwest scholarships, and she was a first generation college student. You don't hear that much anymore.
Nice.
Yes. So that's us dropping that pebble and touching people.
Yeah. And that's a prime candidate.
Yes.
So first generation?
Yes.
Wow.
She probably wasn't top of her class, and she probably didn't have the best GPA, but she was given that opportunity, and she was so appreciative. And
and she can take that experience to her children.
Yes.
The next generation.
Those are the kind of children that we're looking for.
Yeah. And it could have that, like you said, who knows how she performed in college, but that could have been the thing that just put her over the edge to get that better job.
Yeah.
And then now hopefully her children can eat regularly.
Right. But back to our ones that we give through the local schools. Kim can.
So at the end of actually February, we'll start putting out the application. It'll be on our Facebook. They can email us. We can send it out. We'll also connect with any school that has any of the local high schools that have students that live in the city of Olive Branch. So that's just the main thing is the city of Olive Branch. But we'll get those out, and then we've got just a committee, I think, of 5 people. They'll go through
anonymously. We don't know who the children are.
We black out all the names and where they're going and what school they went to, and then they vote on who they feel deserves it the most.
Outstanding. Yeah.
And they get $500 fall semester and $500 spring semester.
Oh, you split it up.
So,
So they can get a full year.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
As long as they stick with it.
But the success from this parade last year and the success that we're seeing already this year, we will definitely be increasing that number from 2. We'll be providing more.
And hopefully even like adding to the amount.
Yes.
Because we'd love to do even more and to increase how much we're giving.
We get more floats and sponsors for Mardi Gras.
Absolutely.
Yes.
10th annual Mardi Gras.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Because this money that comes in is going directly out. We're not keeping a big bank account.
No.
We just, each year we're giving it back.
So now let's talk volunteers. I would gather you need volunteers probably for the parade.
Yes.
But also delivery of foods and clothes. How does that work?
On the food and clothes with the local schools, we're pretty much delivering it to these schools.
Oh, that's right. And they disperse.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
We have a class at the high school that Rosemary Jones teaches, and we provide a lot of support for them. And she invites us into the classroom to, party with them. Or we provided Santa Claus treats this year for that class, and then the little preschool class. So Santa came in and we had all the little treats for that. Just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just not huge things, but just small, meaningful things.
So do you ever need volunteers for anything else?
For the parade.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yes, and we've got a couple of school groups, their interact clubs, ROTC, just helping with like cleaning up, putting signs out, walking the parade route just to make sure nobody's running in front of anything. That just because we want this parade to be as safe as safe and fun, but
And-
safe as it possibly can.
And simply emailing you?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
So let's hit
Yes.
that email again. It is Olive Twig Humanitarian at Gmail. Good deal. I got that right? Right.
Lewisburg Interact Club and Olive Branch High School, their Interact Club, helped us immensely last year.
Mm-hmm.
When I say the crowd was more than anything we could have expected, we had a balloon artist last year, and her line was backed up, and the Interact kids were doing face painting, and those little children just loved it, and the Interact kids loved it too. So that was a big volunteer thing. And then just with cleanup and, like Kim said, walking, and they were available for whatever we needed.
Yeah.
So
We have them again this year.
Yes.
So let's talk board. How big is your board?
We have a 5-member board, and then we have a membership of 23. When Kim and I got on it, it was post-COVID, so it was kind of at a lull, would you say?
I think so.
Our funding and our participation was kind of just, it wasn't that they didn't want to do anything. It was just,
It was COVID.
It was
just
COVID.
I mean,
It
the
was-
world
it
shut
was-
down.
yeah.
It just
the nature
affected everybody.
It was
Yes.
the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
So now that we've gotten things going with the whole group, with the parade and being able to give more, we have more interest in people wanting to join.
So when you say
it's just-
members, what
right,
does
it's just
that mean?
It's just a ladies group, and we have 23 members, and you're required to attend and do the service projects.
So even if they're not on the board, they're still like a part of a committee.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
they're still a member of the Olive Twig Humanitarian Group,
Gotcha.
and they are vital
Yes.
in the heartbeat of this whole thing.
So remind me, how long have you been president?
Just this year.
Just like literally 2024, brand new?
2023, in
Okay.
August of 2023. Yes.
Okay.
And Kim was president prior to that.
Oh,
so-
past
So
president.
yeah, we want to make sure this parade and everything was
Sure.
solidified.
Sure.
So we just are kind of hanging in for a
Mhm.
minute. So, but
Yeah.
it's going really well. One thing I did want to touch on for the parade,
Yes.
we have the Miss Balloony coming, and we'll have face painting there. And we'll also have the Brian Haynes, I hope I'm saying that right, Brian Haynes Band is who will be on the stage at the Wesson House. And that's where the face painting and Miss Balloony doing the balloon animals will actually be set up, is on the Wesson House property.
Okay, so you're going to have a stationary band
Yes.
Mhm.
playing what kind of music? Is it
Just,
related to?
kind of cover band,
Sure.
good stuff.
Yeah.
they were there last year. It was great. And they'll be this year. They'll be before the parade, and they'll be there for a little bit after the parade
Okay.
this year.
And then,
So
and then
plenty
you have
of
the,
to do
the
for the
marching
children.
band along with you, the
Yes.
Yes.
second line
Yep.
band.
Yes.
Balloon artists, the face painters. We have 2 churches, Maples Memorial United Methodist Church
Mhm.
and the Well, who are both setting up doing crafts with the children. One of them does masks where the kids decorate them, and then the other.
Oh, cool. Of
Yeah.
course. Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Masks. Yes.
Yes.
So it all came together really well last year, and I can't wait to see how.
So that being
it all
said, we
happens.
have something for every age.
Do you have food vendors?
Yes, we're probably gonna. Last year we had 2 food trucks. This year we're hoping to have about 5.
Nice. As you grow.
So yes,
You got to get some Louisiana based, like Cajun
Mhm.
food
yes,
trucks.
Yes, yeah.
and that brings up a good point. The Old Towne Parish, which is an Old Towne organization, they are putting on a crawfish cookout after the parade. So, and that they're handling that part, but they are looking for people to join to be a part of the crawfish cookout, and that'll actually start right as the parade ends.
Awesome. What levels and hoops do you have to jump through in order to have a parade in the city?
So we had to get approval from the mayor, and Kim and I had to present our idea to the Board of Aldermen,
Yeah.
and they had to vote on that
Okay.
last year. And in
Hopefully it was unanimous.
yes, yes. And in Olive Branch, we have an entertainment district that's just it's a map, and it's a small part of Old Towne Olive Branch.
Mhm.
So as part of the parade, we had to ask for an extension of the entertainment district so that we can have adult beverages
Oh, okay.
along the parade route.
Gotcha.
So we have the ale house in Olive Branch,
Yep.
and they set up. And then we have different restaurants along the way. We have the bakery who's making king cake.
They're loving this.
Yes.
For sure.
We have Pink's, who will be part of the entertainment district. They're a bakery. So hopefully, I know she will have fun coffees and drinks and beignets and all the good stuff. So, and you're able to drink along the parade route, but it must be in a cup.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not a beer bottle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
My friend Tina Tatum at Coffee Central Square during the Christmas parade, she sells out of chocolate. Hot chocolate.
Oh, I bet.
It's crazy. Everyone's going over there because it's so cold.
Yeah.
That was one of the best things that we heard about after the parade was the bakery sold out of king cakes, and I think they had some Mardi Gras cookies. They sold out Obi pizza, which is wonderful. Jonathan had made Mardi Gras pizzas with crawfish and andouille sausage. How fast did he sell out? It was something ridiculous.
We didn't get any.
Yeah, we did not get any. The Ale House made some specialty beers.
Yes, they sold
out.
Yes.
So, I mean, Old Towne, it was just, because we want this to be something that supports everybody.
1,000 people in Old Towne Olive Branch, that fills that place out.
It did, but it was great. There's room for everybody.
And I'm sure you're aware of the rejuvenation of Old Towne Olive Branch, the cotton gin. They're redoing all of that, and just that vitalization is just.
I'm a softie with town squares.
Yeah, and it is. Olive Branch, Old Towne is coming back, and it's going to be amazing. I mean, it's just different bars. And
when you think Olive Branch, you don't think of a town square.
No, there's not really a town square, but
but there is though. It's not a square.
Yeah,
but there's the Old Town, like there's old mom and pops right there.
Yes, and that was one thing Kim and I, when we had this lunch and this wild idea came about, both of us, it was imperative that it be an Old Town and highlight Old Town community, family-friendly environment. Because sometimes
you didn't want to do it down Goodman.
No, sometimes Mardi Gras gets a bad rap, but it was just great.
It's a hidden gem, isn't it?
It really is, and it's going to get even better.
It's similar to Collierville. You know. For years, I didn't know they had a town square. You go to Collierville. You
go to the mall.
Right.
Yeah, you go to the shopping.
Yeah.
But no, they have an amazing square.
They do. Yes.
You know, but things sprawl out.
Yeah. So
everything.
With this Old Town Parish, we are really excited about restaurants. We've got an Irish pub that
might be open by the time the parade is here. There's a chance.
If not, it won't be long after. Right. So.
And then Pink's, we talked about, they're opening up a place called, is it Plush?
I think
it'll have like charcuterie and wine and desserts and stuff like that. So
so much fun.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes,
and
it starts at 1, so it's an early start.
Right. Yep. Yes.
It's done before it's dark.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you can move over to the ale house, to the bands and the crawfish boil and all that fun stuff. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and I'm happy that y'all could come and
thank you.
Spot like this. Hopefully we get you some reach.
Yes.
You know, get some Hernandons up your way. You know, but
we would love it.
I lived in Olive Branch. What's funny, my whole Olive Branch experience is COVID.
Oh yeah.
I moved in January of 2020. Right. And I had to furnish a 2-bedroom from scratch.
Yeah.
And I managed to get everything shipped in without realizing everything was going to shut down in 5 weeks.
Well, you were lucky.
So I was whenever I drive through Olive Branch to this day, it brings me back to 2020.
Yeah.
It's odd.
Yeah.
You know, but I love Olive Branch. Yeah. It's a good city.
Well, we're excited about this parade, and we've got a couple of ideas, hoping to do a literacy fair next in May out on the lawn of the Wesson House.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And outside of this fundraiser, what do you have any other?
This is our main.
This is it.
Fundraiser.
This is it.
And it's gonna. We hope it just continues to grow and just benefit us. So we're gonna stick with it.
I love it. Thanks for being here again. Go to see them on Facebook at Olive Twig HG. The email. I go to my notes to the flyer again. Well, let's just throw the flyer up again for the Mardi Gras Parade. Check that out. And the email again is olivetwighumanitarian@gmail.com. If you're interested for next year, if you want to float, be a sponsor, food vendors, you know, get involved, donate, volunteer, please reach out to them and Kim and Leigh Ellen.
And you can put a float in this year if you want to.
Yes.
Okay.
Even if it gets close to time, just email us.
If you're listening to this on published day, you have 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it should be a triple level.
Yeah. No. Yeah, a triple level float. Yes.
Any last words? Any last comments you want to make as we head off here?
Just thank you for having us.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
And just
Yes.
share about what we're doing and the parade. We're really proud of it and
Happy to help.
can't wait
And
to see it grow.
Whoever hears this or sees this, come join us
Yes.
on February 10th
Absolutely.
in Olive Branch and
Yes.
see what we love so much about our community.
It sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
No one else is doing that in this county.
No.
Not like that.
Mm-mm.
Not in a Mardi Gras one.
No.
Mm-mm.
So no copycats out there.
Oh, you can copy it.
No, if it's raising money for kids,
Yes.
go for it.
all day.
Exactly. Share the wealth.
Well, awesome. Thanks for being here again. And thank you for watching and listening to the Real Hernando Podcast. I appreciate you. Follow us at therealhernando.com. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. If you find any posts from these episodes, especially this one, share it. Sharing's caring. Throw a comment, hit that heart button. It goes a long way to build the reach of this platform, therefore brightening that spotlight for organizations like Olive Twig. And again, therealhernando.com is where you find all of our channels. So thank you for watching and listening, and have a great day.